Hey, it's Nicholas with the Backyard TARDIS here with another Adventures in Locksmithing. This time, talking about a situation I've talked about a lot is with doing evictions. And I got an interesting request. Somebody asked me to be the point of contact for the sheriff. So what this is, basically, I come out and I go and open the locks for the sheriff. I rekey the locks for the landlord, homeowner, whoever it is. Why I'm not the point of contact, but because there is a number of people that this is just the job they do. And some of them are even people who rekey and secure the locks themselves. Why I don't do that? Because it's an additional level of responsibility that takes a lot of time. This is the person that makes the call when everything's said and done. They're legally on the paper, which means it's their responsibility if the people don't leave to call the sheriff back out. It's their responsibility to either make the call that they have to leave right now, or you can give them an extra hour to get their stuff out. You are required, within reason, to give them an opportunity to come back and get their stuff within 15 days. That differs from state to state and county to county, all that. But right now, here in Northern California, that's what we have. We have 15 days, and so it's actually advantageous if you have them come out on that day, if they've got a moving truck there or people helping them move, to get as much of their stuff out, because you don't want to have to come back and sit out there with them again on a different day. But as a locksmith, I rekey the locks, and as soon as I'm done rekeying the locks, whoever this point of contact person is, be it the homeowner, be it a property management, a real estate, or somebody who just does evictions as a living. A lot of times, retired sheriffs will take up this line of work because they know the drills. They know what needs to be done. They will have this job, and I hand them the keys and I drive away. I don't have to spend hours at these houses. You see these houses and you go, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. I'm only in those houses usually at max for an hour. I usually end up sitting out front. Sometimes that can be only 5-10 minutes out front. Sometimes it can be up to 40 minutes out front waiting for the sheriff. They're already there and dealing with them, or the sheriff's running late. But once I get in, I'm usually in and out of that house in under an hour. So I'm not in that disgusting stuff that you see in these videos that long. If I was the person who was the point of contact, I'd have to be there. I'd have to be dealing with these people that are being evicted out after the sheriff leaves. Because the sheriff, as long as they're not being violent towards the tenant, the sheriff leaves. They come, they serve the notice, they make them all leave, and then it is up to the person who's point of contact whether or not to let them back in. At that point, they have lost occupancy. So, if in the event that, like, say you say, well, 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes is up and they still won't leave, then you have to call the sheriff or police, whoever's jurisdiction it's in, back out, and now they're trespassing because they've lost all rights of occupancy, and they have to leave when you say they have to leave. But I don't want that responsibility. I look at it as a locksmith. To break even, I have to be making at least $60 an hour to realistically remain profitable for when I have some, because there are some hours of the day where I don't have work. I have downtime. I actually need to be making about $80 an hour to remain profitable, but the break even is $60. So to realistically have me sit there while people pack their stuff, I would be at an unreasonable rate. Now, a retired sheriff who does this as a living, who just wants to make $100 or $150 for the day or whatever it is, he's willing to sit out there for that because he doesn't have the overhead I do, and this is just something he does. The same thing with a real estate company. Like they're charging for this, but their agents are expecting a certain amount of time, and they're going to make their money back when they get a partial of the rent payments of upcoming things. They're not trying to make their money from processing this eviction. So it's just kind of it's not smart. Well, I had a customer who had requested this. After rambling, getting back to that, and I told them no. And I told them who they should pursue or whatnot. And then I get a phone call as I'm coming back from vacation, and they said, filed the paperwork today, your point of contact, blah, blah. Whoa, called them up. Now, a little confusion. They hadn't actually put me down as point of contact, just as the locksmith that will be responding. But once again, I'm having this problem of a lot of people aren't giving me proper notice. So I don't know when this eviction is going to happen till sometimes the day before. And I book out more in advance for that. And seeing as this is specifically has to happen on the sheriff's time schedule, I don't know why sometimes they can't give me more advance notice. So that's just one thing, but why, despite being involved in the eviction process, kind of knowing how it all works, this is one assignment that I don't want to take on. Um, so I avoid it, and I'm glad I got this straightened out, because that is definitely something I don't want to do.